Sun just up here several minutes ago. I'll tell you what, right now, things are fairly calm. Some breezy conditions, as you can see behind me with the palm trees here in Hilo on Hilo Bay. But rain has not been intense thus far. We know that's going to pick up as the day goes on, and especially tonight, where, we could see anywhere between 5 to 15 inches of rain, depending on the elevation that one is at. But yeah, yesterday, in Kona, it was really quite beautiful, very muggy and humid, indicative of the system that is training here. That is, by the way, about 300 plus miles to the southeast right now. But I'll tell you what, you got to look at the video from just a week ago of Hurricane Lala that came 30 miles to the southern point of the Big Island, and you realize just how furious all of this rain can turn into as it comes down the mountains and the hillsides, blowing up rivers and streams. Rainbow Falls, which is usually just a serene beauty that tourists stop and look at. Well, it looked like Niagara Falls last week. We don't expect scenes like that as intense as that, but what we do expect, if indeed this forecast holds, of anywhere between 5 to 15 inches of rain in some areas, we do expect a lot of intense rushing waters, and that will impede some of the cleanup and repairs that is going on right now across the Big Island from last week's impact from Hurricane Lala. Just over 6,000 customers are still out of power across the Big Island. Last night when we came across into Hilo, we saw a lot of linemen that were just coming into the hotel that we're at, leaving the southern shores, which, that can be, 70, 80 miles down there, and it takes some time. Volcanoes National Park, which is to the south of us, that is closed because of this impending storm, Moke coming in, and perhaps you hear a plane above me taking off from the Hilo airport. Look, that's a really good sign, certainly, because the impacts have just not been too wild. But, I did talk to residents yesterday when I got to the other side, and listen to this man from Hilo about his concerns.
Worried about potential rain, heavier rains, and more flooding, and potentially heavier wind conditions also. We don't know what to expect. It's just an uncertainty, not knowing what could happen or what type of damage could see. But it's just a matter of preparing ourselves for what could happen.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. You do got to prepare. This is the most habitated remote island chain in the world. So it is isolated, right? And in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so people are preparing regardless of the intensity. The hotel we're at, guess what? We were surprised to see and hear this. The elevators not working, and there's 12 stories to this building. That's because of rain that came in last weekend from Lala. Remember, 30 to 40 inches of rain. So the entire area around Hilo is still in that recovery mode, and everybody's just hoping that this tropical storm does not give a wallop. And thus far, it's playing nice. So still, we are awaiting more rain as the day goes by. I think the most intense stuff that we're going to see is later this evening and tonight. Back to you.
I agree. Timing there, I mean, just looking at the presentation of Moke and where the core of where some of that heavier rain is set to move in, probably a bit later on into the daylight hours. But overall, I mean, Robert, wow, the fact that that elevator is still inoperable and at the hotel, hopefully you got a low floor, or are you all the way up? You going all the way up those steps?
I'm on 6. I figure I get my steps in and get my cardio rolling. So why not? I don't know if Tommy behind the camera agrees with that, but that's what we're doing. But we may scale down, do a little tuck and roll into the ocean later. Maybe that'll be our little fun this afternoon.
Well, certainly getting the steps in, that's for sure. But we will continue to check in with you, Robert, as things unfold throughout this morning for you, of course, afternoon for us here. But we'll be checking back in. That's Fox Weather Senior Correspondent Robert Ray in Hilo, Hawaii.